Hey friends, welcome back to Ball Homestead. Today we're going to work on another meal. I've cooked a pot of beans in my crock pot last night, so those are done. I just put them in there and season them and add water. Nothing big to it. Now we're going to get some potatoes frying, some Mexican cornbread made, and some pork chops. I got these pork chops in that sale. I froze these and I just thawed them out last night. $2.94 for 4 pork chops, $1.78 a pound. That's not bad, friends. Check your reduce section. The guy was marking these down as I was there. That and those hamburgers, and they looked just as good as the other meat. So check those spots. Every little bit helps. Every little bit. So we're going to get busy on this. I'm going to get my oven turned on, preheated to 375. And we're going to get our cornbread mixed up, get that in the oven, and we're going to get to doing our potatoes and our pork chops. It's going to be delicious. Okay, for our cornbread, we're going to add some of our cornmeal. About a cup and a half. I measure with my heart. And about a cup and a half of this self-rising flour. I noticed that my cornmeal was not self-rising, so I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking soda because I want it to be a little fluffier than it was last time. I mean, it was soft and delicious, but I would like for it to be just a little bit more fluffy. So we're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. Now I'm going to add a little bit of oil. We're going to add some cheese to this. This is some of the cheese we bought on our thing the other day. We're going to add some of that in there. Okay. I don't want to add a whole gob. And I have a couple of jalapenos in my fridge already, so we're going to add those. I don't want them to go to waste. And we love a good jalapeno cornbread. But we can add that in at cost if we need to. Let's see. I'd say 2 of these jalapenos would probably be 50-75 cents if I bought them. These were give to me, so they were freebies. And I'm not wearing gloves. I realize that, but I'm just trying to be careful and really not touch the veins of these jalapenos. We love a little spice around here, so Wayne and me both like some spice, so get this jalapeno chopped in there, and then we will finish our cornbread and get it going in the oven. These are simple meals, friends. Last night, whenever I got in, I went and helped our oldest daughter move. She's been moving. I mean, they're still working on it, but I couldn't go today. I had too many errands to run. But I want to probably go tomorrow afternoon and do that. Help her some too. But we worked and then come in and had the feeding to do and all that. It was a little overwhelming. Let me get our little bag of sugar here. We got our little 2-pound bag. We're just going to add a little dab. I like to take the bitter away. Just about a quarter to half a cup. And then we're going to add some milk. And I have our milk in here from last week's little shopping trip. Let me grab a spoon here. You could really do this up. I would if I was not doing this for like money size purposes, because I have a bunch of home canned corn that we put up, and I would put a can of that in there. But I'm not going to. We're just going to use the stuff we bought and those 2 jalapenos. And we're going to mix that up. We're going to figure in about 50 cents for those 2 jalapenos and add it to our total, because if you had to buy them, I want this to be fair. And let me clean my mess up. I'm a little OCD about stuff like that. All right. Now we're going to get our oil in our pan, and we're going to get this cornbread bacon. Friends, nothing I make is hard. This is just simple home cooking. This is how I've cooked all my life, and we've always been on a tight budget. I've already been looking at the sale papers for our area this week just to kind of give people ideas. I mean, this week there's hamburgers on sale at our local Food Smart. Bacon was on sale for, I think, $7.99 for the big good thick stuff. And hamburger, I think, was $2 something a pound. But I mean, you can't beat those prices if you're trying to live on a budget. I mean, BLT sandwiches, bacon and eggs, you can't go wrong. All right, what I think I'm going to do is cook the pork chops in one end and the potatoes in the other of our roaster pan here. And I've just put me a little bit of flour in this little pie pan here. And we're going to put a little dash of flour on it. And we're going to put this in our grease. Well, it could stand to heat up a little bit more, so we're going to let it. Then I've just got this roasted garlic and herb seasoning we're going to put on top. Once that starts sizzling good, we'll add the others. And then in this front end, I think we're going to do our potatoes so we can just cook it at once. I love that roaster pan. I actually got that roaster pan at a yard sale for $5. Friends, it was brand new. It had never been used when I got it. And I have used that thing, so many times. I use it to make tacos, just, everything. We use the far out of it. I'm just going to get our potatoes peeled over here. I know there's a lot of fried food in this, but it's good old country food. Got our cornbread, our beans, and our fried potatoes and fried pork chops. You really can't go wrong with that meal. Okay, I think our grease is hot enough for us to, put our pork chops in. May need to add a little more for the potatoes. I don't know, we'll see once we get them all added. We got 4 nice sized pork chops here. So this is enough to feed a family of 4. Everybody gets a pork chop, a bowl of beans, some fried potatoes. Friends, that is good eating right there. Good eating. So we got $3 in our pork chops. We've got, we'll say, $1.50 in our cornbread, since we added the cheese and that, which are the cheeses in our bill. And we'll say $1.50, $3, so we're up to $4.50. Our beans was $1.25. That's $5.75. And then our potatoes, I'm going to say $2. So that's $7.75 in this whole meal, and it's going to be delicious. Beans and cornbread is a staple in our house. We love some good old beans and cornbread and fried potatoes. It is something we were both raised on and we both love to have. But I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit because I don't want to cook these too fast. And I'm just going to get my potatoes peeled. Get these pork chops flipped. Give them a little flip and let them cook. And I think I'm going to just start cutting my potatoes up down here and letting them start cooking a little bit. Or should I do it? Yeah, let's do it down there. Move this up here because deeper grease back there. My stove must be a little bit uneven. One end is not near as deep as the other. Boy, it smells good, friends. I wish you could smell it. Boy, today is a rainy old day here. We can always use the rain, but boy, it was a cold rain. I was out feeding a while ago and got a chill. I was glad to be in a dry, warm house. Get it cut up and we'll get them seasoned. And salt. Oh, there it is. I'll be glad to get this used up. My container, I have to be real careful with it. It's kind of got a weird hole in it. Flip these one more time. And those will be getting close to done. Then we can spread our potatoes out. But for now, that works. Okay. It's going to work on getting some of this mess cleaned up here. I like to clean as I go. And we'll get our beans tasted too. I haven't done that yet. Give those a little flip there. Brown these up just a little bit more, and then we will take them out and spread those potatoes around. They smell amazing. Amazing. We had a busy, busy day at work today. We made cheeseburger sliders. Well, let me tell you the story. We do most of our grocery pickup at Walmart. And we use the big jumbo buns. Well, they sent us these teeny tiny, I didn't even realize regular buns were so tiny. I'm not joking, friends. They weren't that big around. And I had, I believe there was 80 of those buns. 80 buns, 80 or 90, somewhere in there. I told my husband, we were talking about it last night, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with all those buns. So they won't go to waste, because I hate wasting anything, and we can't use them because our burger would just be hanging out of it, because we have a big jumbo burger that we serve. And Wayne said, why don't you make cheeseburger sliders? Friends, I never expected it to be such a success, but we sold every one of those 80 of them. We did 2 per plate with fries or tots. And we did not even have a scrap left. I was blown away, but very thankful. We were very busy. I'm thankful for that because we sold like 40 plates, I think is what it was. That's a good day for us. It's a busy day because it's just me and one other girl that works there. So, anyways, that's a whole nother story. But we got everybody fed, and they, I think, enjoyed their cheeseburger sliders. So, and we got to use up those buns because I don't like to waste anything. And I'm thankful my husband had that idea because I was just racking my brains of what to do with those 80 buns. Oh, I hate wasting anything. But it worked out for the good, and we got plenty of plates sold today. I think everybody enjoyed it. I'm glad to have them used up. But it made for a busy day. For me especially, because I wanted everything to be fresh, so I cooked them to order. Oh, it was a busy little day. Get our pork chops out of here. Look at these beauties. I want that one to just brown up just a hair. And those drippings from that's just going to make these potatoes taste that much better. Oh yeah, let's check our beans and see if they need any seasoning. Delicious. I love good old pinto beans. They definitely need a little more salt. Get that in there. Oh, those are good though. It's a cold, rainy day here, so this will be the perfect meal. We eat a lot of stuff like this in the wintertime. It is, we like good, hearty, cheap food. Like I said, we've always kind of had to live on a tight budget, and this was one thing we make a lot. Oh, yeah. Those are so good. So good. All I did to those was wash them, put them in my crock pot. I threw a couple of beef bouillon cubes in there and some water and a little salt. I knew I'd probably have to salt them, but that's fine. And that right there in itself was a whole $1.25. So can't get much cheaper than that. All right, friends, I'm going to taste test this pork chops. They look so delicious, and I haven't had a pork chop in a while. Sounds so good. We've got a pig out there that won't breed, and she's getting real close to going to the butcher shop. Oh my. Mmm, that's delicious. With our beans, fried potatoes. Mmm. I'm looking forward to this meal, and I think it comes in at our most expensive at $7.75, I think. Mm-hmm. $7.75, but look at the feast we're having. Mmm, so good. All right, friends, our potatoes are done. We're going to get those out. And I just washed my one pan that I had. We floured those pork chops in, which are fabulous, by the way. I couldn't leave mine alone, so I ended up eating the whole thing. It was so good. And our yummy potatoes here. And this seasoning is so good. I think I get it at Sam's Club. It's called Roasted Garlic and Herb by Weber. So good. It's good on everything. I even put a little bit more on the potatoes because I thought, man, that seasoning is good. Good, good. So we can get all these out of here. And our cornbread is almost done. We'll get it out. I wanted it to brown just a hair more. And then we will have our meal. I will make a plate and show you what it looks like. Look at that yummy cornbread, friends. I'm so glad I added that baking powder to that. It really puffed it up. Our potatoes, pork chops, beans, cornbread, fried potatoes, and a pork chop. That is a meal fit for a king. Thank you for stopping back by our homestead. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, friends. Goodbye.